Group show with Michelle Cummins and myself, Curtis Pope. All right, so we talked about buying property for mom and the benefits of that. Now I understand we're going to talk about one of your favorite topics. You did say you're a big baseball fan, and we can tell because you love your stats.
It is true. And I'm bringing to all of our listeners today from the Fraser Valley Real Estate Board the May 4th outlook of, or I should say release for last month's stats.
Well, may the 4th be with you.
Exactly. And so for the 8th consecutive month, the Fraser Valley Real Estate saw record-breaking sales, with April topping the previous monthly high set in 2016. And the 2020 to 2021 pandemic sellers market in the Fraser Valley has now surpassed the previous longest stretch of 7 consecutive record-breaking months, last set in 2000 and 2016. And in April, the Fraser Valley Real Estate Board processed over 3,000 sales in the MLS system, and that's a huge increase of 338% compared to April of 2020. I mean, that's major. And a 9% decrease compared to March, however. And you remember March, we had 3 groundbreaking, like literal more listings, more sales, highest prices ever. So Larry Anderson, president of the Real Estate Board, says although it remains very competitive and challenging for buyers, April could be the turning point in this historic market. In the last couple of weeks, we've seen evidence of a change in pace. And it's true. The last couple of weeks, literally, we've seen a little bit softening of the market. It's still a crazy seller's market, but just not quite as, competitive for buyers as it was before. So going on to single-family detached, benchmark prices overall for the whole Fraser Valley is at $1,293,000. So that's where it's at right now. That's an increase of 4.5% compared to March 2021, so the month before, and an increase of 30.3% compared to last April. Townhouses benchmark price overall is at $652,400, and that is an increase of 4.5% compared to March last month, and an increase of 18% compared to last year. And condos are at $478,700. That's the benchmark price, and that's an increase of 2.9% compared to last month, and an increase of 9.3% compared to last year. So then going in municipality by municipality, we got Abbotsford detached benchmark price at $1,117,200 to be exact. And that's an increase of 35.6% from last year and 4.6% from the month before. Townhouses are at $540,700. That's an increase of 18.8% from last year and 5% from the month before. And condos benchmark price $362,700, an increase of 13.3% from last year and 2.3% from the month before. And then Mission, hop on over north of the river, and you've got benchmark prices for detached homes right now at $902,000. That's an increase of 35.9% from last year and an increase of 1.7% from the month before. Townhouses in Mission are at $532,600, an increase of 16.9% from last year and an increase of 5.9% from the month before. And condos in Mission are at $392,400. That's an increase of 14.4% from last year and 0.7% from the month before. And, White Rock, that beautiful White Rock strip of sunlight, sunshine, and the ocean breeze, and oh my goodness, the ocean views and sound. We've got benchmark detached prices there at $1,683,900. That's an increase from last year of 26.5%. And of the month before, an increase of 3.6%. And townhouses in beautiful White Rock are at $792,000. That's benchmark price of townhouses, an increase of 23.3% from last year, and an increase of 6.4% from the month before. And condos there are $553,700, an increase of 15.4% from last year, and an increase of 4.2% from the month before. And then Langley, where I moved to when I first came to this beautiful country called Canada and this beautiful province called British Columbia, detached benchmark price is at $1,345,000. That's an increase of 29.4% from last year and an increase of 5.1% from the month before. And townhouses are at $661,500, an increase of 16.8%, and an increase, that was last year, and an increase of 4.1% from the month before. I was a little taken back on when I said townhouses in Langley because I've got this great row home that's for sale in Langley right now. It's not quite a townhouse because it's not strata. It's freehold, so it's like in between a townhouse and a detached house. But anyways, go to my website to look at that beauty. And moving forward with our stats, the condos in Langley benchmark price is at $447,200, an increase of 10.9% from last year, and an increase of 3% from the month before. Delta detached benchmark price $1,207,700. 30.2% increase from last year and 6.5% increase from the month before. And townhouses are at $655,500, increase of 18.9% from last year and an increase of 6.8% from the month before. And condos, $404,200, an increase of only 0.9% from last year, but 0.8% from the month before. And last but not least, the large area of Surrey. So Surrey, a detached price right now, benchmark is at $1,396,000, an increase of 28.1% from last year and 4.4% from the month before. Townhouses are at $681,000, an increase of 18.3% from last year and an increase of 4.4% from the month before. And condos, $438,400, an increase of 8.1% from last year and an increase of 2.9% from the month before. So there you have it. Those are the Fraser Valley real estate stats brought to you right here on Country 107.1 FM.